Hi, it's Aiden from Leaguecast Podcast, and I'm bringing you a sample replay review that MK Ultrall provided us with. We've revamped our Patreon rewards, and we have a $5 replay review now available. So this is going to be our sample one, and hopefully you like it, and maybe you're interested in one yourself. So, beginning of this game is the matchup between MK Ultrall playing Syndra, and another player playing Malzahar. It's a fairly even match. Neither of them really have any kill pressure without jungle ganks, so I guess it's a little bit boring during laning phase. The other matches are a lot more interesting, but before I get into that, I want to just mention that, like, right here, you don't want to be standing too far up when they have a Nautilus on their team. That's assuming that, like, their entire team would follow up, but if all 5 of them were invading through here right now, then you could actually get, like, flash hooked, or he could just even hook if you weren't paying attention, didn't have the reaction time. And they definitely have the follow-up kill pressure with their team's damage. So I would have just, like, maybe put a ward in this bush right here, and then like played further back or played even in mid lane. Like, same thing with your AD carry. Like, your AD carry, I think, has a vision around the side here. Yeah, so she has a good vision, actually. It's not too bad, but it'd just probably be better if she was... Well, I mean, it would be better if she was leashing for your jungler, but hey, dude, that's life. Anyways, yeah, you should play up on him. You don't know he started Malefic Visions, but him starting Malefic Visions does give you damage advantage. You're playing really well. You're actually putting in good poke on him. You don't have to worry too much about jungle ganks in the fact that Malzahar has 0 CC until level 6, and Kindred has 0 CC. So there's almost no kill pressure until Malzahar hits 6. And also Kindred is very, very easy to track based on her character. Like, we'll see where her thing spawns in a couple seconds. It either will spawn on one of the 2 scuttles. This link... Oh, it's on top, by the way. So you notice that she's going to go top and clear, and then go to scuttle. Hopefully your Elysian goes and clears scuttle, though. That'd be nice. Anyways, you seem like you're using a lot of mana to clear minions. Not that that's a bad thing. It's better to get the minion kill than lose it, even if you have to use mana. But, like, you're down to, like, 100 mana already at level 3, which is... You probably want to conserve that a little bit more. Yeah, you're down to 45. Other than that, though, you're playing the lane fairly well. Just trying to let him not push you into towers. Really, really smart. But the only problem is, like, now you see that your Elise being smart and clearing top scuttle. She's probably going to come for a gank mid, and she is, yeah. So you don't really have any mana to follow up, and that makes your life a little bit hard, but maybe your Elise can still get a summoner without you. Oh, this is really fucking good. Oh, wow, that fucking shield. Holy shit. Let me go back a couple seconds. Look at this fucking timing. I guess she could have clicked him and saw his passive come up, but, like, damn, that timing kind of blows. Anyways, she still burned his flash for nothing, which is really, really good. Honestly, her helping you push that out might have not been the worst thing, just because you sitting in lane with 300 health and 0 mana isn't really great. That being said, she's probably just going to wrap around, which she is. This should be a kill. You pulling up... You want to sit back on this one, yeah. Those minions would fuck you up. She has it herself, so that's fine. Sucks that you don't get the assist on that kill, but in reality it's really not that big of a deal, because I think if you went forward he could have turned on you and actually, like, fucked you up pretty hard. So it's good that you kind of stayed. So your Elise is invading. She took another scuttle crab thing. This is going to be a messy dive bottom. She's playing it really fucking well, though. Like, she's just... your bottom lane's not reacting at all. She went... they should back off. This dive is awful. How much gold are you sitting on? I see that you're backing. You're at 750. You should pick up boots and another Doran's, probably. Oh my god. That dive is fucking... I'm gonna throw up. Pick up another Doran's and boots, please. No, picked up Sapphire. Sapphire's not that bad, but I mean, I think Booch probably just would have been your better choice. So anyways, that dive down here was one of the worst things I've seen in a long time. I wouldn't have recommended them go for it, but your Elise is kind of calling the shots at this point, so them not following up might have been even worse. Like, she would have just killed herself and then she would have been upset at you guys. Anyways, you're sitting back in lane with good mana. I mean, at least you know that you spam a lot of mana as a player, so like you're building around that. This lane's pretty fucking boring until level 6, though. Your release once again is like it's almost more interesting to follow your release this game, isn't the fact that she's always clearing. Oh shit! Oh, their Kindred's level 3. Holy shit! Their Kindred's still gonna be level 3 because she's about to die. Oh my god! That one could have been yours if you reacted a little bit faster, but not that big of a deal. Kind of sucks once again that you didn't get an assist on that, but their release is raging in all chat, which is pretty funny. Yeah, your release is putting a ton of pressure on the map, though. You're doing a good job of clearing and just not letting Malzahar shove you in, which is really, really good. You don't need to roam down here because their supports, their jungler's dead at the moment. Yeah, really your job is just clear mid, make it so Malzahar doesn't push in and roam. And avoid Kindred ganks. But she's level 4, so I mean, at this point in the game, you really don't have to worry too much about her ganks because you're not going to die to them. Scuttle spawn top again. Hopefully your release pass up there because Kindred doesn't seem like she's that great of a player, so she'll probably go there immediately and kill herself. That being said, her blue's up, so your release actually has the option of either contesting Scuttle, which she will probably go for, or going for blue buff. So I'm not sure which one of those is the better option. I would personally go blue, but that's because... Actually, I don't know. I think it's because Scuttle spawned first. I guess I would have went for blue. And I also have vision, so it kind of makes my life a little bit easier. The only problem with Elise going for blue at this sorry, how much gold are you sitting on? Sitting on... Okay, so you're going Nomicon first, which is fine. Yeah, the only problem with Elise going for her blue instead of contesting Scuttle is that the obvious path after taking Scuttle is to your blue buff. Which kind of sucks, but that's alright. That's kind of like looking a couple steps ahead. Here's where Malzahar becomes a problem. He's pushing out the wave, and he now has pressure. Elise is gonna probably die here. Nope. He's gonna kill everyone. And then you should roam down. You should roam down. That's alright. No big deal. Kindred's still just dicking around in your jungle, which I think is hilarious. They're fucking like level 4 Kindreds just farming your Elise's jungle. Probably gonna die because of it, though. Ooh. I love just being ahead, because she played that really poorly. Anyways, you're doing a really good job just continuing to shove it in. I would maybe look for roams bottom or top. Both those lanes are pretty easy to gank. Teemo has no flash, and he's just a shit character. And then bottom, I mean, Sona ult is sick if you can combo it with your abilities. But you have a pretty big CS lead. You're doing a really good job of just shoving it in. Playing a little bit forward because you don't know where Kindred is. You know she respawned like 10-15 seconds ago. It makes sense that she'd be heading to a red as like Elise is also doing it. But you don't want to get Malzahar ulted in middle lane. That's the main thing, right? So you want to be keeping track of his ult cooldown and where she is on the map. Those are... You maybe want to like move up. You want to clear these out really fast, then run up there. You need to help your teammate. Just map awareness of like jungle pressure is kind of huge playing mid. Because your Elise is huge right now. So like if you're able to play up with her, I mean you're gonna kill her solo anyways. Never mind. Almost. You want to look for Malzahar. That's fine though. That's good. I feel like this game would be a little bit harder if your release wasn't like smashing, but it looks like the main thing you want to focus on when playing mid right now is paying attention to where your jungler is and where their jungler is, because it seems like you're focusing a little bit too much on clearing the wave, which you're doing a great job of. You're up 30 CS at 10 minutes, which is actually insane, but it's really important to have good map awareness. So you're at 1,000 gold, so you're going to buy more components of your Relinomicon and maybe pick up boots, but nothing should be too out of the ordinary for that, at least. Yep, just you bought your Codex for 900. What are you buying? Just getting health. Oh, their Kindred's so tilted. Kind of sad. Yeah, your Xayah has to care because she saw her support and her jungler up there. One more auto. Nice. I mean, they both died because your Elise has like 5 billion kills, so whatever. Back to mid lane though. Honestly, the game's kind of a little bit of a stomp so far though. Maybe it turns around for them at some point. But once again, you're just shoving it out. Maybe making more use of roams would be ideal for you, because you don't really have any kill pressure on Malzahar, as we've seen before, unless your Elise kind of ganks, but I mean, that's Elise running the show, and you want to be running the show, not Elise, right? Look at this Kindred. Like she just passed. Like she looks on the map, sees if a buff is up. If a buff is up, she runs to it. If a scuttle thing is up, she runs to that. This is with like a lot of like lower elo Kindred players, though. So if you can control those scuttle a little bit more, like it's kind of like a free ward almost. Yeah, like, I don't know, Kindred's pathing is pretty straightforward. At this point in the game, you guys are just gonna want to play a 100% around Elise, right? Like, at least your Elise is pathing bottom. She's probably gonna path to red, actually, but... these are really good rotations, to be honest. Ooh. That wasn't very good. That was a good double route. You skilled him. And that's a double. Cool. Once again though, I'd try to avoid making plays without your 6-1 player. But I mean, that was a 3v2. It could have been a little bit cleaner if Persona didn't get like pulled into turret then ulted, but hey dude. We can't all be winners. Like, once again, you look at your map, you see that there's a scuttle thing up. What a surprise, Kindred's running to it. Oh, and there's a buff on that side of the map. Wow, I wonder where Kindred is. It's just, like, if you can make use of that, like, there's no... I mean, having Elise on the bottom side of the jungle is good because you're opening up the map down here with getting turrets. But, once again, the Kindred's just getting stacks, right? She's at, how many stacks now? 3? She's gonna be at 4 after that. When Kindred's 1 in 5, she probably shouldn't have too many stacks. That's the only problem. That was a good rotation. You going bottom and then Gnar going middle, though. Like, you didn't even lose too much damage on tower because of the teleport. It was pretty solid. Oh, what do you pick up? Okay, you finished Relinomicon. You want boots. It's 15 minutes in. You want boots. Like, I know you want, like, your power spike. You're probably going to go hat or... yeah, hat's definitely your next best item. But, like, you need boots, dude. Like, that's really important. Like, the point in the game where I was going to buy them was, your first back when you had 700 gold, I would have bought Dorns and boots, but it's now 15 minutes in. But, I mean, you're winning, so you're not going to get punished too much for it, I don't think. Your Elise is playing super aggressive, like... oh, that was clean. Yeah, she's... oh no, she's playing a little bit too aggressive for not having any vision of the map. Like, watch, we'll go back, I think it's, okay, so she's doing this, right? let's look at the vision on the map that she has. She has vision of Malzahar, Teemo. Okay, she has vision of 4 people when she starts it. And then she sees Kindred contesting it. She sees Kindred drop a ward. And then everyone disappears off the map. Oh no, that's just super greedy. That's just super greedy. Not really your fault though. I mean, just greedy play by her. And then Gnar initiating after he sees her die to 4 people. Not ideal, but yeah, he dies 100%. You roaming up is good if you can hit a stun. Oh, you didn't use your Q before your stun there. Yeah, you're all gonna get aced here. At least you get a kill. Yeah, a little bit rough. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. So when Elise ints herself here, and then Gnar ints himself here, you guys are just gonna want to like either go bottom with your Xayah, who you see is bot lane currently, or you're gonna want to just shove out a wave then back. There's no way you're winning this like 2v5, right? I mean, you only knew it was a 2v4, but still, like, just not great. You got to play as a team a little bit more, I guess, to say the least. That being said, not completely your fault because your Gnar killed himself and your Elise killed himself before that fight started, which isn't a lot of fun to deal with. Anyways, how much gold do you have? What did you just buy? Oh, you bought Aether Wisp. So you're going Ludens. Not a bad item. I like Ludens. It's good when you don't have boots, I guess. That being said, I really like the power spike of going Nomicon hat when you're ahead, which you guys are ahead a lot in this game. You're up 5k gold at 16 minutes, which is pretty crazy. I'm assuming most of that gold's on Elise. Let me check really quick though. Yeah, like 1,500 of that gold is on Elise. You're only up, you're up like 2,000 gold. Holy, you're up more gold than your Elise is up gold, which is actually insane. Let me go back 15 seconds and see what happened here. Oh, I should probably put on full vision, my bad. Oh, so Malzahar just kind of gets caught out, dicking around. He didn't need to flash at all there. He could have waited for you to try to go for stun before he flashed. Oh, you guys never stepped in vision range. Yeah, you're gonna die. No, that's good. Like, once again, your team's kind of playing like super aggressive, but they're not playing as a group. Kind of playing like as a 1v1, v1, 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 5. Which isn't ideal, to say the least. You should care, yeah. You're kind of cutting yourself off from the rest of your team by going out this left side. Whereas if you were sitting mid, you can still clear, you can still go for the same stuns, but without putting yourself at danger. Because you have Elise, Cocoon, and Sona ult to protect you. Ugh. This is pretty rough to watch. Oh, that was good. Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit rough. You guys need to back, though. Like sitting at that low HP is actually terrible. Is she gonna die? No. No. No way. Okay. Thank fucking God. Holy shit, that could have been awful. Yeah, Osiris. So once again, just take your buffs. A single oh sorry, we got one Cloud Drake, which is good, I guess. I didn't even notice it was taken, actually. Gnar, like I mentioned this before, playing so far up is just so dangerous. Like, especially when they have point and clicks like that. Like, if their team was a little bit faster, you could have just got Malzahar ulted. Or not Malzahar ulted, but like they could have just like stunned you and damaged you. Malzahar ult was down. Ooh. Nice job. At least you know your. It seems like you know your damage extremely well on Syndra. You need to pull it back off a little bit. Your Elise is just dicking around, though. Okay, she's coming for the gank. You guys need, for the flank, you guys need to pay attention to this. Like, she has crazy damage. She should be pinging, though. Honestly, pinging is your best friend in solo queue. Like, she's just killing herself and no one's noticed yet. And literally no one on your team noticed. That's pretty rough. This is a hard one to watch. As I mentioned before, it does seem like you're playing the 1v1v1v1v1v5, right? You guys are ahead, but you're playing this not very team-oriented game. Anyways, you guys have... Okay, he's picked up Ludens. You finally bought boots, which is good. Not a huge fan of the 20-minute boots purchase, but it'll definitely help you out, I think. That being said, Malzahar went first out in Void Staff, so his build's not great either. Baron spawning in 10 seconds, which is good. You guys just need to group, honestly. Like, there's no outer turrets. You guys have all their outers, which is really, really important. It's just going to be controlling, like, with vision and stuff. Nara has the right call here, like, setting up a Scuttle for Dragon. Kindred's just getting herself picked. Whatever. Yeah, so your team should all rotate down to Dragon right here. That would be the right call, in my opinion. I mean, they're just letting you have it because they have zero vision. Like, let's look at the vision on this game. We went to, like, look. So they have 0 wards in your jungle, and you have 0 wards in their jungle. That's where we have problems, right? Like, just having... If you don't know where the enemy is, you can't make aggressive plays, which it seems like both teams want to make. When you look at their Kindred invading, you look at your Elise invading, right? So if you have more focus on vision control, well, not even vision denial, because they're already denying themselves vision by not putting any down. But that will definitely help your gameplay. Because as I mentioned before, it looks like you know your Syndra damage. It looks like you know what to build, with the exception of like not getting boots until a little bit later into the game. It's really just, yeah, your map awareness and vision control. Elise is, once again, like, she's playing so aggressive, which is good, but you need the vision to back up that play, right? She's making these extremely aggressive plays, but not based on anything. She's making them because, that's a kill. No one? Oh. Yeah. She's making these plays, based on just her wanting to play aggressive, rather than her making them because she sees people in the jungle. You're trading turrets, which is good. It's fine. You guys need to care a little bit mid, especially... Okay, fine. They need to back off, though. They can't be up mid when both you guys are backing. Same goes for Elise being bottom lane, right? She can't just be chilling there. Let's see what you bought. Ooh, those are a lot of flashes being burnt. I mentioned this before, but like, okay, 1 second. She shouldn't be there. I mentioned this before though, but like, with a team with Malzahar on it, and Twitch, and even Nautilus, you can't be alone. Because a flash Malzahar ult equals death. Maybe less so at this elo, like lower elos, but like at high elos, if someone flash Malzahar ults you die almost certainly, unless it's like actually like a 1v5. Like, his team will be able to follow up on that, especially when they have like an 80 carry that you can't see. So Twitch can just be chilling around like the side lanes, and then Malzahar flash ults you, and then Twitch comes out and kills you, right? A little bit scary. There's a little bit of a lull in the game. Malzahar is building some magic pens. He's going full magic. God, his build is not very good. I think Rod of Ages Malzahar is the way to go, like a little bit more tanky on him, a little bit beefy. I don't have Keystones pulled up. It'd be nice to know. I know you went Thunderlords, which makes sense. I'm not sure what he went exactly, though. See, like, Gnar can't just... Well, I mean, okay, I think Gnar is playing that well. Nice, you and Sona can kill her while this fight's going up top lane. Yeah, there's 0 way she lives. Oh, that... So if you hit your, wait, did you hit your stun there? I don't think you did, right? Oh, it was down. Oh, if you hit that Q, you wouldn't have had to ignite, but that's alright. Anyways, your team want to fight bottom, you guys want to fight top, you guys should get this, oh fuck. If you get this pick, nice. You guys should go inhib. Honestly, you guys could get inhib here so easily. You probably shouldn't have backed. You had decent health, but that's alright. It's not that big of a deal. I think they're still going to get inhibitor tower. If they kill Twitch, they get inhib. If not, they just get inhib tower. It's fine. Staying here is a little bit scary. I mean, they're going to go for it. That Nautilus ult did nothing. Yeah, you should just be running back mid. We saw Twitch. We know Teemo left bottom lane. Oh, she's killing herself. Oh, if you hit that stun, that would have been super, super good. You guys could have turned it. Oh, that's... Can we just back and laugh at that Teemo flash really quick? 1 second. So you missed that? Oh, that's fine. Malzahar kills himself. Here's the dream flash. Ready for it? He's like, fuck. I'm in the middle of everyone. Like, nothing was going at him. It's alright. Anyways. A little bit aggressive, though, right? Like, you want to look for those picks with your stun and Elise stun and Sona. Well, Sona ult's more like a disengaging or like, it's not really an engaging tool. That was a good stun. Because you don't know Twitch is coming at that point. At least you got the kill because you get to point and click him. But still, it's a little bit aggressive. As soon as you guys got that inhibitor, unless they gave you a bunch of free kills, you have to like actually recall. If they give you a bunch of free kills, you either go top or you get Baron, right? You look at like a hierarchy of like things. Inhibitor is one of the best things you can get in the game. After that, maybe Baron might be. Like, you have to really make your decisions as a team. So you got your boots. Do you just pick up level 2 boots? Either way, level 2 boots are really good. Magic Pen boots are fantastic this game. Now you might want to start itemizing a little bit more defensively. That being said, it's not that big of a deal. The only reason I'd recommend defensively is the fact that your Elise is already building full AP, and she's super fed. So I mean, it allows them to build magic resist a lot easier, right? The fact that you have 2 fed AP characters. That being said, you're playing the mage here, so maybe she should be building tanky, but hey, you can't control your teammates, you can only control yourself, right? So dragon spawning in, holy, so weird. Anyways, it's mountain dragon spawning very, very soon. Your team should group around it, they should get some ward coverage. Once again, we look at wards. You guys have no wards in their jungle. They have no wards in your jungle. So just like, once again, I really think vision is a huge part of the game. If these two work together here, they could have killed her, and then they could have secured Dragon, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're so far behind. It doesn't really matter. Wait, what? I like Twitch and Telly are flaming each other. I'm not sure why you backed. Did you get a... What did you pick up? So you recall, you have 1,000 gold. Because, like, there's no reason to back here, right? Like, you want to go top lane and get that top turret, but you backed and what'd you get? Did you even get anything? Yeah, so, like, you didn't pick up anything when you're on the back and you were, like, full health and full mana. Which it allows your team to do dumb stuff like this when you leave, right? Thank God. Oh, don't go in. Like, you see the problem though? It's like, when you back like that, it just allows your team to end. Thank God she's really strong. Yep, good job. Focus on the carries. Thank God their carries weren't inside of the Kindred ult. Go back really quick. Like, Kindred drops this ult. She should have dropped it right there so her two teammates didn't die, but she dropped it when she was at half HP. But if Twitch went back into that, I think you guys would have lost that fight super hard. Not to say you guys really won that fight. I mean, you went 4 for 4 in a fight where you up a ton of gold, but still. Like, Kindred, I mean, at least literally can't do anything until everyone's up. That's the problem here, right? So you're sitting on 1,500 gold. You're trying to upgrade that into hat, I'm assuming. I would recommend selling your fairy charm and getting broad if that's what you're doing, but I don't know, this game's a little bit rough. This game's hard to talk about. Like, it's just mainly the vision. Like, once again, I like 0 wards on that side. At least you have Baron warded. That's the big objective right now. On them, they don't even have Baron warded. Like, they have 2 wards in the map, or 3, I guess. They've won it. They're blue for some reason. Anyways, you're going mid. You're sitting on 1,600 gold, so I mean, you should be buying something. Like, there's 0 reason to sit on that much gold. Especially when you have a fairy charm as one of your items. Like, 25 base mana regen isn't worth, like, if you got a rod or something like that. Follow you around. Anyways, everyone's jockeying mid. Once again, you guys probably shouldn't be mid. Well, normally you shouldn't when inhibitors are spawning. Oh, that was a really fucking good flash ult by Sona. No follow-up, though. You need to play a little bit further back because you see Twitch running up, but that's alright. I mean, that's... Nautilus CC is pretty insane. But once again, like, you guys are fighting a 4v5, right? Like, you see your AD carry top lane, but you initiate with a flash Sona ult. Not to say that's you, though, right? That's your teammates, but, like, as soon as you guys don't get that pick on Malzahar with that flash Sona ult, you guys lose that fight, right? And you continued fighting. What I was trying to mention before, though, is you guys were mid for, like, 10 minutes where that inhibitor was down, right? And there's no reason to be mid when mid inhib's down, especially when they have a top turret up and Baron's up. You either want to push bottom and get that inhibitor so you open up Baron as a possibility, or you want to push top and get that free tower up there. Or you can do split pushes. Split pushes are a little bit odd at the CLO. Nar's a fairly good split pusher. He's a little bit hard to split push as, because you're trying to manage your rage and your teleport at the same time. So meaning you want to TP into the fight where you're mega or you're turning into mega. If you TP into a fight where you just got out of mega and you're tired for the 20 seconds, then you're going to lose that fight. This is a good pick. He missed his abilities. You should hit stun here. Ooh, that's a little bit rough. That's alright. So it seems like you need to work on some Syndra mechanics. Like hitting stuns is pretty important on her. It seems like you know your ult damage fairly well. You know your Q damage fairly well. You know all your abilities fairly well. It's just hitting them consistently is fairly important on that character. Like, so this fight, once again, you're trying to get that mid inhib. I don't think it's bad jockeying here, but like this tower is so free. Like you guys haven't touched it for so long, but it's so free. Okay, let me back up. What the fuck happened there? How'd your AD carry solo kill their jungler? 1 second. So like you guys are just jockeying mid. Your AD carry comes over here. Goes hit, hit, hit. Root. Okay. Your AD carry is an assassin. That was a good Gnar ult. This is a perfect fight, yeah. That's exactly what you want. Everyone should be pinging in their base right this second. Like, this fight, yeah. So you go mid. You go mid immediately. Like, this is a game. It's a 100% game, right? Yeah. Okay. That's a little bit rough. I don't know. Your build was fine. I would have probably went even hat before that because look at their magic resist. What? Their Nautilus has 1 item and their jungler has a magic resist item, that's it. So going Void Staff is a little bit... I mean, it's just not as effective as it would be late game when they have a bunch of magic resist. So, I mean, it's just a little bit awkward as an item itself, to say the least. Can I just sit on, like, the end game screen here? I think... She uses that key every single time. Okay. So, things we want to talk about. So, I know you're sitting, I think it was gold, what you told us. There was zero vision on the map. Like, that being said, that is your support job to some degree. It's also your job. Everyone has trinkets in this game. I think, I don't think I can go back in time, but like most of you guys still had trinkets as your, can I pull that up? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. So look, Nar has trinket, Elise has trinket, you have blue ward, she has trinket, and so has sweeper. And look, their team has all trinkets. There's not enough wards on that map to justify having that many trinkets, right? So like, ward coverage is so important to the game in the fact that it allows you to make safe plays or make plays that are justifiable. Like, we look at how aggressive Elise played, or even how aggressive Kindred played that game, right? And yes, they did great plays. Like, Elise got so many kills by playing aggressive, but these were plays that she just went for, you know what I mean? Like, we had the play over by Red Buff where she, like, just inted and killed herself here. That was because she had, like, zero vision. Like, she also had zero map awareness. She saw them all mid, then, like, they were all gone, and she just still continued to push. But, like, if she had vision at their red or at their, this bush right here, she would have been able to see four of them coming, like, and she could have backed out faster, or knock on for the red play. Having these wards in the enemy jungle just allows you to make safe plays, safe calls. As for your actual Syndra play, once again, I mentioned it before, your damage management is good. You know how much damage your ultimate's going to do, you know how much damage your abilities are going to do. Hitting your stuns and your Qs were a little bit rough. I mean, but that's something you learn as the more you play the character. Oh shit, almost dropped my mic. Your matchup knowledge was pretty alright. I mean, that matchup is a little bit hard to talk about in the fact that it's really boring without jungle pressure, and you're at least pressured and the Kindred got completely dumpstered on. So the comparison between the two is actually, like, it's just so hard to justify, right? It's like, what if your jungler did nothing but their jungler did a lot more? It's kind of hard to see how that matchup would have played out. The way I look at that specific matchup is the fact that there's zero kill pressure until level 6 because you get your ultimate, he gets his CC. And if you look at the 2v2 matchup, like, you look at the 1v1 Malzahar versus Syndra, and once again, no kill pressure until 6. You look at the 2v2 matchup between Syndra Elise versus Malzahar Kindred, you guys have such an advantage. Kindred has CC, you have a high damage. Early game, Kindred has alright damage, and Malzahar has very little unless his Voidlings get on someone, which requires CC, but neither of them have CC, right? So your Elise played that fight extremely well. I would say she almost won you the lane. Not to say that you didn't play well, but she really kind of carried that early and mid game. That being said, the later game, all these fights mid where you guys had inhibitor for so long, but you kept fighting mid lane, like that was pretty sloppy. Like, once again, like, this tower's still up here. This fucking tower. This tower has like no HP. It has like 650 HP, and it was just sitting up there. That's just like a free objective that gives you guys, what is it, like 750 gold or something like that? It's just insane. Or like pushing bottom when this mids and hibs down. Like, you push bottom because like now you have supers going mid. As soon as their supers reach their base, they have to send 1 or 2 people to clear them, and you guys take this tower. You either get a pick with your stun, Sona stun, even Xayah stun, your stun, Elise stun, Nar jumps in and stuns people. You guys get a kill like that, and you take tower, take inhibitor, and you either win the game, or if you can't win the game, you back off, and then you set up Baron. But the exact same thing. Now they have super minions pouring down mid lane, they have super minions pouring down bot lane, so they have to keep people on this side of the map in their base, and then you get free Barons, right? That being said, Baron is a super risky objective at the CLO, so I mean, I don't blame you for not going for it, but you guys were just up so much gold for most of that game that it's kind of it's almost sad that I didn't get to see you guys take it. Either way, I think your play was all right. I think this game was no offense to you, but one on your jungler. Your jungler didn't play it perfectly either. She killed herself multiple times. She played too aggressive without vision. But my overall thing for you to improve on is improve on, first of all, your character mechanics. Make sure that you can hit those stuns every single time. And second of all, you really need to improve on your map awareness / vision control. Vision control is just something that you can just acquire by placing down wards whenever they're off cooldown, placing wards before objectives spawn. Say like, oh, hey, dragon's going to be up in a minute. I should place a ward in this bush right here, right? Because I know that people might tunnel through here. Maybe your support will place a ward in here, like right around here. And then you have control over this entire dragon before it spawns, right? But your actual map awareness, you had some fights where you were chilling mid clearing waves while there was a fight happening here. If you can just react to those before the enemy can react to them, will give you a huge advantage in fights. That being said, I think you played extremely well. I think your support did a lot of work, but you played well, honestly. I would just recommend continue to practice with characters, or if you don't think you can nail that character over and over and over playing her, then maybe you should play a little bit less skilled of a character, maybe spam some Annie games, something like that, and work completely on your vision control, right? If you can play Annie 5 games in a row and you can only focus on vision, only can focus on map awareness, because when you're playing something like Annie, you're not focusing on mechanics because your mechanics are clicking on people, right? So if you can limit how much you focus on these mechanics and you can focus more on the overall gameplay, then I think you'll improve in no time at all, because it seems like you know how to play characters. It's definitely that map awareness that's kind of holding you back at the moment. Anyways, I hope that helps. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve these, feel free to leave them in the comment section. This is the sample one, so if you want your own replay review, then you can head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Leaguecast podcast. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.